What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm building a family home in the world of Windenburg and I'm building it on the island in Windenburg. So yeah, this is a pretty large family lake house. I wanted to build something a little bit more on the luxurious side of things. When I first started building this house, I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be a residential lot, like just like a regular residential home, or if I wanted it to be a rental. So yeah, this house, it could be both. I decided to go for a regular residential. So this house is built for a family that that's living here permanently. But you could also use it as a very luxurious and probably also very expensive rental if you wanted to. And for the exterior of this house, I was very much inspired by a photo that I found on Pinterest. Was it a sketch or a photo? I'm not exactly sure. I think it was like a sketch of a lake cabin sort of thing. And that's what I took inspiration from. And well, it's mainly for the shape of the house, not so much for like the color scheme or anything, but yeah, mainly just the shape of the house, because as you can see, I'm building with some diagonal pieces, and that is something that inspired me. That house that I found on Pinterest kind of had that same thing, like that diagonal piece on top. And I thought that that looked so cool. So I kind of wanted to try and see if I could recreate that in The Sims. I mean, I knew I was able to from the get-go. I just didn't know how annoying it would become with like roofing and stuff like that, because building on diagonals in The Sims 4, it can become very frustrating quite easily, especially with like roofing and stuff like that. It can be very annoying, but I figured it out in the end. I did have some clipping issues with the roof on the second floor. So yeah, I definitely did have a couple of wall pieces clipping through the walls, but I was able to fix that by just closing off one section of the second floor and just turn that into a bedroom basically, and then I was fine. So yeah, I was able to work around it, so that was nice. And then for the floor plan for this house, I was struggling with it for the longest time because this house, it's a very awkward shape. I didn't know what I wanted to do with the floor plan for this house at all. It was so difficult, but I figured it out in the end. I just didn't record it because it literally took me, I think, the better part of like an hour to figure out the floor plan. It was ridiculous. It took me forever. I was so indecisive. And then the same with the window situation. The window situation was quite difficult for this house because it looked very messy and I wasn't really able to fix that. Like, I didn't really know how to fix that. It just looks very messy. I mean, I do like how it turned out in the end, so I am very happy with the result. I'm very happy with how this house turned out eventually, but placing the windows, I don't know, it was kind of difficult. Fortunately, the back of the house, I decided to not go with a backyard, but more so go for a front yard, because in the front of the house is where you'll have the best view over the lake. It's a gorgeous view. So I kind of wanted to take advantage of that and just create like a front yard and more of like a side yard kind of situation, and not so much a backyard. So I placed the house all the way to the back of the lot so that there is basically no room in the back of the house, like in the back of the lot, but that's fine. I didn't really want that anyway, so that made it a little bit easier for me to place the windows, because I didn't really have to keep an eye on how it looked from the back, because you don't really see the house from the back that much. So the windows are placed a little bit awkwardly back there, but that's fine because you're not really gonna look at it. So yeah, I just had the windows made sense on the inside more so than on the outside, if that makes sense. I feel like this voiceover is kind of messy, but I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to explain. I don't know. I'm just a little bit tired and a little bit out of it because I haven't really been able to record all that much because last weekend, what day is it today? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. So last week on Thursday, I actually went to Spain for the weekend. So Thursday through Sunday, I was in Spain, and then I came back Sunday night. I came back home because my sister lives in Spain. My sister and her husband and their kids. So my nephews, they all live in Spain. My dad lives in Spain as well. So I really wanted to see them before the holidays still. So yeah, I took a short trip to Spain over the weekend last week. So I haven't really been able to record much, like voiceover wise, that is. I have been able to do a lot of like pre-recording building wise. So I have some builds ready to go, but I just haven't been able to do any like voiceovers or anything. So this is like the first time in a week. My cat just came in. Hi. You could probably hear her. She was talking. So yeah, I haven't really been able to do any voiceovers for like a week. I think over a week. So, and that always makes me so rusty so fast, which is kind of annoying. Like whenever I do voiceovers back to back, like a few days in a row, I'll be fine. But if I haven't been able to record for like a week, then I don't know, I just get kind of rusty quite fast. But I feel like it's fine. And I feel like this voiceover is going quite all right. But yeah, for the exterior of the house, you can really see that the color scheme has come together, and I created this nice little porch area in the front of the house, and I love how this ended up looking. I decided to go for these orangey, for this orange couch and chairs from Seasons. I love that color combined with the rest of the exterior of this house. I don't know, I just really enjoy that pop of color. And also I wanted to go for a more wintry vibe for this house, which you can't really tell right off the bat because I'm building in the default building season, which is summer. So everything looks very sunny and all the flowers are blooming and everything is very colorful. But that's because I didn't have a sim on this lot at the time, but I knew that I wanted to go for a more wintry vibe because Christmas is coming up and I'm all about the winter time right now. So I knew that I wanted to go for a more wintry vibe. You'll see that once we move on to the tour part of this video, right after the speed build, you'll see that I set the season to winter, not snowy, but just winter. And it looks so gorgeous in the winter time. Like the lighting hits the house a little bit differently, and obviously there is no like, not as much greenery around. There are some like bushes and shrubs, but no like flowers, and the trees are all kind of dead looking, but it looks very, I don't know, for this house, it just looks very beautiful. I love how the lighting looks in the winter time for this lot specifically. It's just very gorgeous. And then, yeah, you can see that I just kind of decorated it more so for the winter time. You can see that I placed a couple of lanterns on the porch area as well. And on the inside of the house, I actually also placed a Christmas tree. I did not decorate this house specifically for Christmas all that much. So I didn't really go crazy overboard. This is not like a Christmas themed house by any means. But I did feel like placing down a Christmas tree. So that's what I did for this house. But that is kind of the only Christmas decoration that I placed. So maybe either this family isn't that much, they just don't really enjoy decorating all that much. Maybe they just don't do that. Or maybe they have just started decorating the house and they just only put up their Christmas tree and they are still going to be putting up some more decorations. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I just really felt like placing a Christmas tree in this house because I had the space for it and I thought it looked so beautiful. So I just went for it anyway. You can obviously just delete it and then that's fine too. But yeah, I just thought it was nice. It was a nice little touch because I wanted to go for a more wintry vibe. Obviously not everyone celebrates Christmas. Wintertime doesn't like mean Christmas time for everyone. I definitely realized that, but personally, I just love Christmas time. It's my favorite time of the year. I think, well, yes, holiday-wise, it definitely is. Like, Christmas is definitely my favorite holiday. The wintertime, not necessarily. Like, I love the fall. Fall is my favorite season, but holiday-wise, Christmas is definitely my favorite holiday. So yeah, I was just going a little bit crazy and enjoying myself, and I placed a Christmas tree. So yeah, speaking of Christmassy builds, I will be doing a Christmassy build because I am actually joining a collab where a lot of simmers, including myself, we are turning Windenburg into a little Christmassy, wintry, cutesy little village. So that will be coming up, I think, next week. So that's something very exciting to look forward to. I still have to build my house, but I'm so very excited to go just overboard with all the Christmas decorations and just literally build a little Christmas house. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, moving on to the living room for this house. I can tell you that it took me forever to figure out how to lay this out. In the end, I actually decided to not place a TV in this living room because I couldn't figure it out. Looking back at this footage though, it looks fine the way I had it placed at first with like a TV on that back wall. But I decided to not do that because I really wanted to have the couches face the other way so that when you're sitting on the couch, you can enjoy the view out of the large windows that I placed because the view is gorgeous. So I decided to just place the couches in a way where you can enjoy that view. And then I had to sacrifice the TV. I mean, I could have placed it somehow, but it would have looked very awkward and I would have had to place it in front of like a window and I really didn't want to do that. So I decided, you know what? This living room is just not gonna have a TV. They will be fine. Your Sims will be fine. I did place a TV in this house though. I placed a TV more so by the kitchen and by the dining table so that you can just turn on the TV and you can still see it when you're in the kitchen or when you're sitting at the dining table or what have you. So it's more so like a TV for like background noise, or if you want to like kind of watch / listen to the news while you are working on your computer. Or if you, for example, want to turn on like the fireplace channel in the back, that is also very cozy. I wasn't really able to place a fireplace in this house, so I didn't do that. You can also see that the house on the inside is quite modern. So yeah, there's no fireplace in here, but that's fine. You can just turn on the fireplace channel on the TV and then you'll have a nice little fireplace sort of effect in the living room. This whole floor plan is also very open. As you can see, the whole kitchen, dining, living is one open floor plan, and I just think it looks very nice. It looks very spacious, very modern. The house on the inside is way more modern than you would expect it to be, I feel like, when you're looking at the house, like when you're looking at the exterior of this house. But I really enjoyed that because I was definitely thinking that this house is, well, not necessarily very old, but also not very like recently built or anything, but it has been recently renovated on the inside, is what I was thinking. So yeah, the house is definitely very spacious, very modern, very light and airy. I didn't really go for any crazy colored wallpapers or anything. The wallpapers are mainly white, and then I used some accent walls. As you can see here in the kitchen, I just copied over the brick that I'm using on the exterior of the house. I'm using that on the inside of the house as well as a nice like accent feature, if you will. And I just think it looks very beautiful. And then over here in this little nook, I placed the kitchen, and I love how the kitchen turned out. I used these kitchen counters from the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack, and I never really use these for some reason. I don't know why exactly. They don't come in my favorite swatches. And then the overhead cabinets, I don't really enjoy them because as you can see, they all have that glass, like those little glass doors. But if you're not placing too many of them, then it kind of looks fine. And then for this kitchen, since this house is so modern, I just thought that these cabinets and these counters worked really nicely, especially in this like softer, lighter brown swatch. I just thought it looked very nice. So I went for these counters for a change, and yeah, like I already said, I think it looks very nice in here. And then I also placed a lot of plants. I repeated this gorgeous hanging plant from the Blooming Rooms kit. I repeated that throughout this house a couple times because it is just so gorgeous and it really fit the vibe for this house. But yeah, for the family living in this house, I didn't really tell you anything about that. So this house ends up having 4 bedrooms total. So the master bedroom with an ensuite is downstairs. Then I have 1 bedroom for a toddler, 1 bedroom for a kid, and 1 bedroom for a teenager. So it has room for 5 Sims total. However, you could easily turn, especially the teens bedroom, but also the kids bedroom, you could easily turn those into shared bedrooms. So you could have even more Sims living in this house. Like the toddler's bedroom is quite small, so you can't really turn that one into a shared bedroom. I mean, you could with bunk beds, it would be fine. But yeah, it would just be a little bit too small, too cramped. But the other 2 bedrooms, you could easily turn them into shared bedrooms, and then you can have a very large family living in this house. So yeah, but for the storyline of this family, I am just not too sure. I was definitely thinking of a wealthy family. They definitely do have a little bit of money on hand. I was thinking that they lived here permanently though, so this is not like their vacation home or anything, they just live here. And I was thinking that the parents, they are quite wealthy. They probably like own some sort of business, like some sort of very large and successful firm of some sorts. I am not quite sure, but I was definitely thinking that the parents work on like the same project, if that makes sense. Like they work for the same business. And I was thinking that it could be their own business. I'm just not quite sure what sort of business that would be. Like maybe they're lawyers or something. Maybe they like own a law firm, something like that. Something along those lines. And then for the kids, I was thinking that they have a teenager in this house. And the teenager is about, I'm gonna say like 14, 15 years old, I wanna say. And then they have a kid who's a little bit younger, maybe like 9 or 10 years old. And then they also have a toddler in the house. So yeah, quite a full house, but yeah, the house is very spacious. So that shouldn't be an issue at all. And then I also included laundry for this house, as you can see. So there are quite a few bathrooms in this house, maybe 1 too many, or maybe not, depending on how you look at it, because the parents have an ensuite. The ensuite is quite small. They only have a shower in there, like no tub or anything. But regardless, they do have an ensuite. And then upstairs, there is another hall bathroom as well for the kids to share. And then downstairs, off of the little laundry room, there is this very large and more luxurious bathroom with a tub, which is the downstairs hall bathroom. So yeah, it's not like specifically for any bedroom. It's also just the guest bathroom, I would say. But yeah, there are quite a few bathrooms in this house, but yeah, it's nice. I feel like it's nice that the parents, they have an ensuite, but then if they want to take a bath, they don't have to use the kids' bathroom upstairs. They can just use the whole bath downstairs and take a bath if they wanted to. So yeah, it is quite nice. It is quite luxurious. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this house turned out. And for the color scheme of the parents' bedroom, you can see that it's very soft. I didn't go for the white walls in here because I wanted this bedroom to be a little bit more cozy, a little bit more colorful in a way, still very neutral, but yeah, just a little bit more, I guess just a little bit warmer is what I'm trying to say. So I also used more darker wood tones in here, as you can see, for the dresser and the nightstand. And for a little while, I was playing around with placing like walk-in closets or something, because even though this is the master bedroom, it's not like huge. It's not the biggest bedroom you've ever seen. I mean, it is very nice. It definitely feels very luxurious, but it's not like super large or anything. And I really wanted to give the parents walk-in closets because I thought it would be nice for them. But yeah, I didn't have the space for it. It wasn't gonna fit. It was a little bit awkward. So yeah, I just went for a dresser from Seasons, and I think that looks nice. I didn't decorate this bedroom. Well, I mean, I decorated it, but I didn't clutter it up too much because it's not the biggest, like I already explained, and I didn't really want there to be any routing issues, but it is very cozy in my opinion though. I really like how this bedroom turned out. And then one thing I don't do very often is keep the ensuite bathroom open. As you can see, I didn't really place a door into this bathroom. It's just open. And I think that looks very modern and very nice. And it's not something I do very often because as much as I love this whole vibe in real life, I feel like in The Sims, sometimes it looks a little bit awkward. I'm not quite sure how to explain that better, but in The Sims, it just doesn't really always make sense to me to keep the bathroom or the ensuite open to the bedroom. But for this house, because I did have that that large window from the loft kit placed in the middle of that wall, I don't know. I tried closing off the bathroom, but I didn't really like how that looked either. That just looked a little bit too closed off and a little bit too cramped, a little bit awkward too. So I just decided to keep it open, and I don't know, I just love how it ended up looking. I think it looks very modern, very sophisticated, and very nice. And not too excessive either, because it's not too big of a bedroom. So yeah, I don't know. I just think it looks very nice. And then moving on to the second floor, we obviously have this little landing area. The shape of this hallway is very awkward, but yeah, I made it work. And then the kids' bedroom will be the first bedroom I'm decorating on the second floor. So for the kids' bedroom, I wanted to try and make it very colorful without it being too obnoxious. So I went for mostly purple and orange combined together. And then I think I also did like some pops of blue and yellow here and there, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not sure if I actually ended up doing that, but I knew that I went for a lot of like orange and purple. And I think it turned out so nice. So I used this bed, like the whole like little bedroom set from Tiny Living. I used that in here with the bed and the nightstand and then the little desk as well. And then with a purple chair, I just thought it looked so nice. I love this bedroom. I love how it turned out. It's so colorful, so cheerful, but like I said, in my opinion, not too obnoxious. And then I just decorated it with with some kids clutter, and then that nice mirror with the little light bulbs. I placed that one in here as well. I love that mirror. It has a couple of little pictures in the left-hand corner, and I think that just looks so cute and so realistic. So yeah, this bedroom is quite narrow. However, you could turn it into a shared bedroom like I already explained. You could just place bunk beds, or not even bunk beds, you don't really need to do that, but I mean, it does save a lot of space. So I would suggest placing bunk beds if you want to turn it into a shared bedroom. But I did have the space for quite a couple of toys in here, so I placed a Blarfy and a toy box, and then I also wanted to place a dollhouse at first. It was gonna fit, but I just thought it looked a little bit awkward. But just know that if you want to place a dollhouse in here, just size it down once or twice, and then you should be able to place it in here somewhere. You could just delete that little bare chair that I placed and put a dollhouse there if you wanted to. And then the teens' bedroom is very awkwardly shaped because, well, you can see that I'm using diagonal walls for this house. So this bedroom, the shape of this bedroom is quite awkward. I do like it though. It does have this gorgeous window with a beautiful view over the lake. So the teenager is very lucky to have that large, beautiful window with that view. And I just gave them their own desk because I felt like they would need that to do their homework and to do some studying. I also placed a computer in here because this house does not have like an office or anything, so I didn't really place a computer anywhere else, and I really wanted to include one for this house. So I decided to just place it in the teens' bedroom, and that looks fine. So like I said, this teenager, I was thinking of them as like a 15-year-old, and I was thinking that they're a very nice person, but they are a little bit moody. So they have younger siblings, and I feel like this teenager would spend a lot of time in their bedroom just to be away from their younger siblings because they don't really want to have anything to do with them at this point. They just want to hang out with their own friends, and they're just a little bit moody in that sense. So I feel like they would spend a lot of time in their bedroom. I was thinking that this person could also be very into hair and makeup, so I placed a couple of like hair and makeup related clutter items on that little side table that I connected to the wardrobe. As you can see, I was thinking of that side table or like that end table as a dresser. It's not a dresser in the game, but I did place a wardrobe next to it, so that functions as a dresser, obviously. Yeah, so I just cluttered up the end table with some like makeup and hair related clutter items and some cards and whatnot. And I love the color scheme for this bedroom too. I went for blue and yellow, like very soft blue and yellow. And then I combined it with some light purple, like pastel purple accents here and there. And I just think that that bedroom turned out so cute. And then the smallest bedroom, I turned that one into the toddler's bedroom. At first, I really wanted to turn it into an office space, but then I decided that I really wanted to include another bedroom. Mainly because I decided to put so many bathrooms in this house. I felt like I really needed one extra bedroom. So yeah, like I said, at first I wanted to turn this one into the office. Then I decided to turn it into a guest bedroom. And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna turn it into a toddler's bedroom because that is very useful for a lot of Sims players. To have like some toddler stuff on hand. So I decided to go with that, and I placed a potty in here, as you can see, and then just some toys for the toddler as well. So this bedroom is all ready to go for a toddler if you have one, and if you do decide to download this house for your game. This house is very expensive though, so you would definitely need money cheats to be able to afford this house, I feel like. Or maybe you have a very rich family, like a legacy family with a lot of money, I don't know. Obviously, that's also possible. But yeah, this house did turn out to be very expensive because it is very big. It has a lot of appliances, like expensive appliances and stuff like that. But yeah, this toddler's bedroom does have a little balcony attached to it. You could obviously turn that into a play area. You could like place like the science table or like a dollhouse up there. I decided to place a chess table, so that's definitely not meant for the toddler, obviously, but it is a nice skill building item to have. So I decided to place that on the little balcony, but obviously you could replace it with something else if you wanted to. And then I placed a swing set out here, and then also some cutesy little fairy lights, which I was thinking this family put up for Christmas. So they have started decorating their house a little bit, and they just put up these cutesy little fairy lights. But obviously you could just keep these fairy lights up year round because they always look cute. They're not necessarily very Christmassy. But yeah, that's actually going to be it. So let's just jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game, and as you can see, I set the game to winter, and I love how this house looks in the winter time. It looks so like luxurious, but also very cozy at the same time. I love the lighting in the winter time. Obviously the colors are not as vibrant. I just really like what that does for this house. And then combined with this beautiful view, I don't know, I just feel like this house turned out very nicely. I especially like this front porch area with this little awning. I use these glass roof pieces, or floor tiles I should say, from Island Living, and I use them as roof pieces. So it's just a nice little glass awning so that you can sit out here even when it's raining in the summertime, for example. I don't really know, but I just think it looks very nice in the wintertime as well. And then we have this swing set back here and a nice little picnic table. One thing I forgot to place in the speed build, or two things actually, are the outdoor bin and the letterbox. So I just made sure to place them before I uploaded this house to the gallery. So they're located right here. But then when we go inside the house, we have this quite spacious hallway. Over here, we have a nice little end table with a mirror and some decorations. And then when you walk back here, this is a door that leads into the laundry room and then the bathroom. And then over here, we have a door that leads into the master bedroom. So this is the master bedroom. It's not too excessive, but it still feels very luxurious in my opinion. Then they have their ensuite over here. As you can see, I just placed a nice little sink situation and then a toilet and a walk-in shower over here. And then when you walk through these glass doors, you enter into the dining, kitchen, living, open floor plan situation. So we have this nice large dining table where your Sims can sit at and like have a grand meal with the whole family. I just think that that is so nice to have this large dining table in the middle of the room. And then I placed a TV back here so you could always turn on like the TV in the background if you wanted to. Doesn't this look so cozy? I just had my Sim turn on the fireplace channel and I just think it's so nice. I love how this looks in the background. And then over here we have the kitchen. As you can see, the kitchen is nice and cluttered. I love the color scheme for the kitchen. I feel like it goes very nicely with these tiles or this stone wallpaper. I also included a dishwasher for this one and a tea maker and a microwave, so it has all the appliances. And then over here, obviously obviously we have the Christmas tree in the middle of the room, and then over here we have the living area. So no TV for this living area, but you do get these windows with the most gorgeous view over the lake. I mean, in my opinion, this is even better than a TV. I don't know. Then when we go upstairs, we have the landing. I just placed a nice bookcase on the landing and some decorations. And then over here we have the kids' bedroom. I love this bedroom. I love orange and purple combined together, and this bedroom has a lot of these colors. I also included a couple of like pops of soft pink up here and over here on the wall as well. And I just think it looks very nice. I placed a little journal in this bedroom and then some toys for the kid to play with as well. Then over here we have the teen's bedroom. So the teen has a computer. They probably need it for school, and obviously some like school supplies and stuff like that. They have their bed over here with a nice planner over it, and then they have their dresser and all their clutter items like their hair and makeup stuff and their nail polishes. Then this bathroom I didn't show in the speed build, but this is the upstairs hall bath. So this one has a sink. As you can see, I placed this hanging plant over here because I thought it looked so pretty. They have a shower in the corner, and they also have a tub because I have the space for it. So I was like, you know what, why not place a tub? And then they have a toilet obviously over here as well. And then last but not least, we have the toddler's bedroom. So this is definitely the smallest bedroom. It's a little bit unfair when the kid grows up, but it's fine. I feel like at some point the teenager will be off to college, and then the second kid can move over to this bedroom, and then the toddler can move over to this bedroom when they get a little bit older. So I feel like that works out nicely. They have their dresser over here and their potty and some toys, and then over here we have this little balcony with a chess table. But that is actually it for this house. So this Wintery lake house is up on the gallery, and it comes in at just over 102,000 simoleons, so it's very expensive. I kind of already expected that because the house is quite big. I used a lot of expensive things. So yeah, the house is definitely very expensive. That was my cat in the background, by the way. But I built this house on a 30 by 20 lot in Windenburg on the island. So if you want to place it in your game, then that's where it goes. But that's actually it for this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!